All right, so it is like getting into the second week in June, and just had a feeling the koi are going to spawn soon because of the water's getting warm. So I actually put some koi spawning material in the pond yesterday. I'll show it to you in a bit. And because last year it worked, I threw the koi spawning material in there and they threw their eggs on it. And you can see when they're doing it because water splashes up on the edge of the concrete blocks there. So once you know, Kate just came out here this morning. It's like 7 o'clock in the morning and saw water splashed up, and they were throwing their eggs on the koi spawning material. Unfortunately, I didn't catch it quick enough, and a lot of the eggs got eaten already, but I took the koi spawning material out, put it in there. And what I did was I got floating pond plant baskets and have it sitting there now, the extra stuff that they could throw their eggs on. So I'm going to just stay back here for a moment and see if we can catch them spawning. Also got the camera up there that could copy video off of showing them spawning, but we're just going to sit back here for a while and see if they spawn. You can smell a foul odor in it, so definitely you can tell if they're spawning right now. You can see the koi moving around a little bit over there. See all the white foam underneath the waterfalls. That's means they're spawning. Alright, what I'm doing now is kind of watching on my iPhone, which is the same camera that's up there on the wall. That way I know when they throw their eggs in, I can go in and grab them. Alright, so it is Friday. The koi first spawned on Tuesday, and then there's a lot more eggs on Wednesday. So it's just like they know. I had koi spawning material right in here. It's just like they know that whenever they see that material that they're that triggers them to spawn. And the reason I say this because I was just watching a video from Tim Waddington out on YouTube. He's out in Japan right now, and the breeder's doing the same thing. Just those koi, they know. Unfortunately, the Tuesday the females did not throw a lot of eggs on. But I had to get them off before they eat, because the koi spawning material, the koi could come up and eat on it. So then I had my backup option is use these floating pond baskets, and hopefully they throw their eggs up on to them. So we did that, and then last but not least, they throw their eggs on the plants here. So you could see I was able to get 2 of them out. Here, one there and one there, and we put them over here. So here's where we're at. Generally, from past experience, the koi will start hatching in 3 days. So Wednesday, Thursday, they should start hatching today, at least the ones that were on the koi spawning material. So I'm looking in here. That looks like a parasite. Hard to tell if those are the koi or the parasite. I see a bunch of bugs in there. Yeah, there's koi in there right now. All right, so right on the mark, 3 days, they start spawning. So the eggs on here, these ones are starting to hatch. The eggs that are on the floating baskets, they'll hatch tomorrow, as well as that's on the plants. I am worried. It's 90 degrees, it's very hot. Maybe I'll put a blanket over this to try to shade it. And then there's a snake. I saw a snake skin in here a couple weeks ago, so I gotta somehow figure out how to transfer all these over after they hatch over to the side of the house where they're protected. All right, final take before I wrap up the video. So we are now 1 week out. Something different the last time. Normally it's like 3 days on the clock that the eggs hatch. I have seen some eggs that weren't hatched, and I see more and more popping up every day. So I'm still not, for the most part, other than those 2 baskets there, I'm keeping everything in just in case there's any eggs that are late hatching. I don't know if you could see the koi show up on the camera there or not, but they're all scattered all throughout. What I want to do is get these koi in a side pond, which I'll show you in a second, but At this point, they're too small, and if I disturb them, I would kill them and transferring from one tank to the next. So I'm going to keep them in here. Got to watch out for snakes getting in here. And then there's also little bugs that crawl in there that eat them. So that's a key thing, got to watch out for. That's why I have that fish net there to scoop out the little squirrely bugs. There's actually one right there as we speak. All right, as they get bigger, you got to separate them because they will eat themselves. So if one gets twice as big as another, the big ones will eat the small ones. So it's a key thing that I've learned over the years here. So now I'll go ahead and take it to where we have the side tank stored where I want to put them at. All right, so here's the plan. This is actually the spawn from last September-ish. That's how big they are right now. And yeah, unfortunately, they spawn in September, and that's a bad time of year to try to get them to survive. So I'm down to like 15 of them, but lost some of them because I had them over there growing out, and a snake got in there, and they were eating each other. So that's that size. That's this one, and this is where I plan on putting the babies that just hatched into here and separate them in a controlled environment. I have a aerator here that I can hook up different types of air diffuser pucks there I got going. All right, there you have it. That's the plan. Have a good one.